Hello everyone, my name is Andrew, and today I'm going to be covering the Total War League Siege Season 3 Grand Finals matchup between Parthia's finest here on defense, consisting of Donald and Kirky, against Grass Touchers on attack, consisting of MrBubbles and AB. So this is Total War League is a series that is a competitive siege league that has a regular season, and the people at the top of their group may advance to the playoffs. And this is the culmination of that, the grand finals. They each side plays a match on attack, and whoever has the most points, depending on which factions they choose after those two battles, wins. So I'm just gonna get right into it. I'll pop up the armies on the screen. And we'll see how this battle turns out. Game one. Let it begin. So first, let's take a brief look at their armies, see if anything stands out. Uh, looks like a pretty melee heavy Massaicily. Slaves on towers, all his army on towers. He's got a ballista as well. But the first action we see is MrBubbles' ballista attempting to take down the walls. It's a pretty common spot to shoot down on this map. Some Seleucid has brought out some hillmen, probably to prevent a tower from pushing up and taking out his artillery. Looks like slingers on the wall for Bowie as well. Pretty good shots. Doesn't look like he's missing a whole lot, which is good to save artillery ammo. It can be harder than it looks to hit all these shots. Is he using flaming shot or regular? Flaming does more damage, but they're also more inaccurate, so I honestly don't know which one's better. Looks like standard shot. Interesting. No! It's flaming. It is flaming shot. So yeah, I'm actually gonna skip forward a little bit, as this first part is not too interesting, to be honest. Just breaking a hole in the wall and moving up the armies. Looks like AB is moving up his slaves first. And will he burn a tower with these? I'm gonna slow it back down now. That's what I'd assume. Although, looks like they're giving the tower. So I don't know if that's necessary. Huh, interesting. Oh! Sally up by Bowie on these Levy Freemen, who able to get off a tower and try to run away. I don't know if they're gonna get away, doesn't look like it, does not look like it. Take a volley, not taking too many losses. Oh! Galatian swords out of the woods, and there's a noble horse Jin. Oh, they got more in the woods, very interesting. They must have sallied those out at the beginning of the battle, I missed it. It's a lot of low tiers, so it probably won't be very consequential engagement. But seeing as there's nothing else going on, I will focus on it. Yeah, like I thought, not a very consequential engagement. The slingers are shooting at the Levy Free. No, they're shooting at the Galatian swords. Only taking one loss. Oh, Noble Horse Jin. Yeah, he's gonna think better of it, because they'll probably get pelted by slingers if he tries to pursue. And I did look at Miss Hastely's army before this. He only has one unit in the medium light infantry, which just kind of surprised me. I think they're probably my favorite low tier infantry. Oh, slingers outside the settlement. That is very interesting. Maybe just trying to pelt these low tier units from the side. I suppose. I don't know. I don't know why you would just put them on the walls. It's interesting. And as I thought, they just used these to burn the tower. Which I don't know I fully understand, because I don't think that the defense is gonna hold it. It's gonna hold that tower so they can capture it and use it for themselves. Also, if you haven't noticed, this is a quite short battle for a siege, so I would say usually that means that the defense wins if it happens in such a short time frame. So we'll have to see if that turns out to be true. Quite a slow entrance. I mean, not entrance, beginning to this battle. Little skirmishes here and there. Oh, is that a sword follower? That is. Very aggressive over here, actually, by the defenders. Actually, on both sides by Bowie. Bringing out. Okay, he's bringing it back in now.
Advance at speed!
Looks like Saisley's gonna try to take this engagement to surround this hillman, but they will probably get pelted during the whole fight, so. But they have to get these hillmen out of the way so they can land their towers. No, they're gonna run away, so that's probably a good engagement for the attackers. Funny little line towers. Look, he's just gonna use those to block the artillery. Probably move them up and line them up, like here.
Understood.
Orc swordsmen using javelins on slave infantry. A lot of them hitting the tower. That's probably not a great use of jabbies. Oh. It's probably too little too late for that. Trying to destroy the tower with the ballista. This is a very odd beginning to a battle, I gotta say. Not trying to logic through it. Just lots of interesting engagements. Good shot there by the artillery. That desert cohort is pretty far away. It's a good unit to shoot at. Very long range, trying to take out the ballista. Looks like he got a hit there also. Yeah, this is honestly one of the weirder starts to a battle I've seen. Not even just saying that because my first video. Like, this is really weird. Indians just getting shot relentlessly by these slingers, which both are cheap units, so I think it's worth it to shoot at them with the slingers. I wouldn't say it's worth to shoot slaves. They're basically useless except for burning and pushing up towers. He's actually slipping his slaves around this unit of thorax here. Man, this is a slow beginning. I should have fast forwarded further, but it's a short battle. So, no harm, no foul. Sorry if you do hear some sounds in the background. There is a pretty severe thunderstorm going on where I live. It's loud thunder going on. Hopefully I don't lose power. But if I do, you probably won't be seeing this video, because I'll probably have lost it. Finally, some actual mid-tier melee entering the settlements after like 10 minutes. Archers coming in really soon afterwards. I guess they're noticing that they're really... Oh, artillery fire. Oh, those slingers lost a lot. They are just cheap Celtics though. 27 kills actually isn't bad. I wish you could see how much ammo they have left in a replay, but you cannot. Persian light archers. Taking a few losses, but they're spread out really thin. Oh, getting shot by the Syrians now, by Galatia. Yep, they're not gonna win that fight. Better run them away.
Orders understood.
Yep, I was just about to say, I wonder if the defenders will let them set up how they want, or if they'll attack. Looks like they're gonna, at least on this side, push. I wonder if Galatia will get a counter charge off. No, they're not gonna charge. Galatia will. That might be our first significant melee engagement in this battle. Oh, got good positioning on a couple of archers, although this one might be a little exposed if the enemies get there. But again, Bowie just has slingers, so it's all up to Seleucid to take out these archers. Using a lot of ammo on these Persian lights. Not really getting a lot of kills. Some good dodging being done by Seleucid. Wasting a lot of the attacker's ammo. I believe this is Donald. Kirky's Bowie. Yeah, he is just... Looks like Galatia may stop firing because he's not doing much damage for the amount of ammo he's wasting. Very good dodging. I hate when I'm going up against it, but I have to admire it when I'm just watching this battle as a third party. Will he do it again? Wow. That's brilliant. Only taking one loss, using up a full volley of Syrians. That's gotta be frustrating for Galatia. Artillery raining down. Pretty decent spot to shoot, but doesn't look like any of that volley hit. Again, this is a strange battle. It's very slow. That's a good hit. How much kills? 15, so he's just started firing. How about this ballista? 22. Oh. I don't know if that means there's Cav out that might kill him that he's afraid of. No, I'd be able to see it because it's the defender's perspective. So I would hope for the attacker's sake that he is not out of ammo with only 22 kills. But then again, he did destroy the wall, so he had to use a decent amount of ammo to do that. But still, it's not very good, 22 kills to be quite honest. Still no real melee engagement. They had a brief one here, but it looks like, yeah, they pulled away before a unit was killed. Oh yeah, there's that unit, the Galatian Legionnaires. Yeah, it looks like Galatia did get one volley off on his Persian lines, but now Donald's seen it, and he is back to his dodging. Love to see it. Engagement here, Celtics going up against Galatians and, well, Galatians and Galatians. These Celtics are probably not going to hold for too long. Galatian swords and Legionnaires are both very solid units in infantry. So is Celtic Warriors for their price. Yep, they're going to cycle them out for a better unit. Sword followers. There, they've attacked in the middle as well. Legionnaires going up against... Got a charge on the Thoreo spears, but now the defender's going to swap them out for thorax. Little Hillman. Oh, is he going to get into the Numidian skirmishers? Kind of. The attacker's going to be able to prevent complete disaster. I mean, the skirmishers would win that melee, but they take unnecessary losses. They definitely have ammo left. They are getting good shots, really good sword side shots into the, or non-shielded sides, I should say, to this thorax. So right now, it's definitely anyone's game. There's only 14 minutes left, so I'm really wondering where this goes downhill for one side. Big archer exchange here. Persian Lights and Syrians. Focusing the Syrians rather than the Persian Lights. Makes sense. Oh, the attackers split the gap here. It's a good move. Can try to get to the archers. They'll get some javelins off. That's a really good play. Killing the Syrians. Now they're in melee and getting shot. Slingers. Swing with the Numidian skirmishers. Oh man, he's gonna get all those archers. Looks like. No, there is a unit of sword followers in it. Never mind. But he's gonna get a good amount. That Syrian's down about half, more than half. That Syrian's almost dead. Persian Knight was already hurt pretty bad. Although they did lose about half of this Syrian. I would say archer advantage firmly in the attacker's favor right now. Which is very important for an attack, because attacking is more difficult than defending for sure. At least on most maps. Just a melee here, legionaries versus thorax swordsmen. There's good cycling and lots of rocks and javelins being thrown about the place. Oh, I didn't see this thorax. Oh, that's a big volley from those Numidian skirmishers, and they're getting shot. Yeah, that's not a good move by the defenders. Trying to put some pressure though. I appreciate the effort. This tower got burned down at some point. This is my first video, FYI, so it might be a bit hectic, but this is also a weird battle. I'll get better. Yikes. Yeah, that's a mistake. Looks like as they just push further in, they expose their backs and sides, such as vicious slinger and archer fire. Yeah, this is bad. Yeah, he does see it, but now he's gonna get faces shields towards the arrows, but now they're gonna be getting attacked from the rear and front by two solid units. And not really anything near a breakthrough going on in the middle. So I'm beginning to see which side is going to be favored in this battle. Even though balance of power is still slightly in the attacker's favor, they were going to need a breakthrough somewhere soon. Looked like they might have had one here, but the defenders did a pretty good job of damage control. They lost some archers, but they held it off pretty well. But now they're just getting some great shots, and there's not much the attackers can do. And these Galatian legionaries are tired, only 76 kills, lost over half the unit. Same thing with this one. Hasn't lost quite as many. Oh my god. Never mind. They have lost about as many now. That was brutal. This unit lost like 30 men so fast. Noble Horse Jin entering. Wow. I missed that. Sorry guys. I missed when he lost 29 men out of this. 0 kills. What happened? Did he get shot by artillery or something? Actually, yeah, this is the thorax from earlier. Yeah, this attack didn't look very promising, and actually this tower is about to start burning. Sacely needs to realize that. Some archers here that are unprotected, but I don't know if Sacely didn't see him. Now he's gonna get shot in the back. Okay, now he sees it, but I'm assuming Salus is just gonna run away. He has a royal peltis to defend. Moving up another thorax swordman. Over here, really just not a breakthrough happening at all. Just brutal losses being taken by the attackers due to the missile fire. Although I will say now they're in a slightly better position as far as when it comes to taking fire, because most of their shields are facing towards the enemy missile units. Sword follower just bouncing off. 143 kills, not bad, not great, but he has been shot a lot. Yeah, this center, as I figured, there's just defenders had a lot of infantry concentrated here, and there wasn't really any great angles except for early on with these skirmishers. He's gonna try to get around here actually with these skirmishers, and he should be able to. No. Thorax chasing. He's trying to make a play with these, but they're just gonna get ran down. Another thorax there to help protect. This might be able to get into the Celtic slingers. Just unloading. Just lots of 2 units of desert cohort that just have not been able to get inside the settlement. I needed those over here to help break through. Now it does look like finally, but there's a royal peltis there. Maybe, yeah. They should be able to break through, maybe surround this, but then they're just gonna get shot in the rear.
Advance at speed!
Oh, they're gonna get behind the Royal Peltis. That's a decent play. Only 8 minutes left, and honestly, it could still go either way. I'm surprised it's all that's left. Oh, Sworn. Wow, so many javelin kills. I don't think they've been in melee yet. And they already have 47 kills. Noble Horse probably just in here giving abilities. Solid. But it really just looks like they're just throwing in their units, just trying to break through, but some very healthy units of Oath, Sworn, and Sword. Yeah, it's not going to break through here. They'd have to have archers over here, but they don't. Can't have them everywhere. Finally, a breakthrough and a... Wait, what? Oh yeah, these were behind. So this Royal Peltis is pushed out. It's gonna try to get a cav charge on them and surround, but again, they're just getting shot by these Syrians with almost full ammo. Yikes. So, Seleucid might lose his Jin, but I have a feeling that the attackers are going to take a lot of damage for it. From these archers. And actually, it was looking promising here, but now everything's wavering. Defenders have moved some more units over, and they're not going to break through here in the middle. And as I said earlier, this is not going to get broken through anytime soon. 2 Oath Sworns by the defenders here. Just nothing that can stand up to those. Relation Legionaries are solid, but they're going to get wrecked by Oath Sworn. So the defenders really, they had some like where they split the gaps and got behind and caused some havoc, especially earlier on. I mean the attackers. Sorry. But really they haven't been able to break through on any of the 3 fronts. This middle one, this side, and this attack really was a disaster. This is a decent tower placement though, getting on the side of the Storax, 2 Legionary units against him. 1 cohort, 1 Legionary, my bad. Very similar units. I think cohort just has more armor. Maybe more morale or something like that. Actually, let's check.
Ready, men. Engage.
Yeah, 10 more morale, 10 more armor. Noble Horse taking a couple more losses for 12 kills now. Trying to get some Legionaries around the sides of these Oath Sworn, but defenders just have another unit of Sword Followers there to intercept them. Oath Sworn with 200 kills, about half the unit missing, and yeah, the attackers really don't have a lot of infantry left. I mean, they do, but not more than the defenders have, and it looks like the defenders have a higher quality, because the attackers really don't have any elite infantry. It's just that's kind of just the drawback of Galatia and Macedely. No real elite melee. Desert Cohort, I wouldn't call it elite. So, they're always going to have a rough time trying to get through Oath Sworn and Royal Peltis. And especially over here, it's looking like that's the case. They just do not have an answer for the Oath Sworn. And they don't really have good shots either, because they can't break through over here to get some side shots, and front shots against Oath Sworn is not going to do anything. Still some artillery going into the slingers. Not from there. Still artillery ammo here. 85 kills, that's pretty solid. Looks like that's like the 3rd skirmisher units have gotten around behind the defenders' lines. So this is interesting. So they'll be able to break through here, but it's another full unit of sword followers. Feels like the defenders have infinite sword followers, so very good unit management by them. But I think at the end of the day, the deciding factor here is that the attackers just had nothing to do with those Sworn. It only took 2 units of Oath Sworn to completely blunt the attackers' main thrust into this side. In the middle, it was Legionaries versus Thorax and more sword followers. And Legionnaires are good, but they're just not that much better, if any better, than Thorax, so they just couldn't break through.
At speed!
Especially with the archers that were placed over here. Yeah, this flank has now been completely wiped out. A little bit of Hillman despair, actually, to get into a rear charge on his cohort, probably. Noble Horse Jim might be able to finally get into these slingers. But they're gonna pay a price for it. Decent charge. Should be able to wrap up the slingers, so that'll at least boost his kill count a bit. But at this point, it's not gonna do a whole lot to sway the battle. Royal Peltis 383. Yep, they've just been mauling these Legionnaires and yeah, Galatian and Sicily Legionnaires. Like I've said, just Oathsworn destroying anything that the attackers could throw at them. Especially when you're attacking, you need to have an answer if your defenders have Oathsworn, which Boya has. And he's not only brought one, but two. And on this map, this is the most common place to attack, and lots of smaller choke points, except in the middle. So the attackers appeared to me they focused mostly on pushing this side, which is fine, but it's a really small choke point that can be really effectively held by sword followers and Oathsworn. So if I were them, I probably would have focused here and then just tried to use my archers to not let my troops get shot in the side. Because if you can break through the middle, you can collapse both sides. So, you know, I'm backseat generaling, but these are very good defensive players. So it was never going to be easy, but the attackers are also very, very skilled. And AB and MrBubbles. Not really focused on the battle too much right now, because it's just the wrap-up stages that you can tell by the pounds of power just slaying heavily in the defender's favor, and it's really been that way for a long time. Only 40 seconds left. Slingers, MVPs, honestly. Just very cheap unit. Just being a heavy distraction for the attackers, whether they be using ammo on them, trying to get their Jin onto them, and then just getting slinged right in the face. I'm gonna say it. We'll see in the both battle results kill counts, but I feel like Slingers MVPs. Even if their kills don't show it. Slingers and Oathsworn. Boya did a very solid job on this. And the thing that stood out to me most about Seleucid was his archer play. So yeah, it was close there for a while, a bit of a slow beginning, but it was definitely, I wouldn't say I guess it was costly. They did lose a lot on defense, but that doesn't really matter. They won, and quite decisively, I would say. So start off by looking at Kirky, who I would think was the MVP of that battle, which is evidenced by the kills. As I was mentioning earlier, Oathsworn, almost 300 kills apiece, still had about half that unit, third of that unit. Celtic Slingers, not the most insane kill count. 138 though is really solid for those. But they were just a major distraction all game. Sword Followers, very solid. 214, 118, 289, very good. 210 on the Celtic Warriors. Jeez. Very good job on Celtic Warriors. I kind of didn't focus on those too much. But yeah, very well done by Kirky. Donald, that Royal Peltis, both Royal Peltis did amazing. I didn't really focus on them much, but they were just slaughtering the Galatian Desert Legionnaires with the Slinger and Archer support. Very well done there. Honestly, I thought the Archers did better for Donald. Yeah, that's not great kills, but he did soak up a lot of ammo through his dodging abilities. So I'd say it worked out in the end. 117 Hillman? What? I don't know. Did he get in? Maybe it was that one that got into the heavy Numidian skirmishers. thorax, pretty standard thorax. Those are a little low, but they just held the line for so they couldn't break through, while the Oathsworn sword followers held the more important places. So yeah, MVP Kirky for sure. Donald stats are a little underwhelming, but Royal Peltis saved the day for him. Very good job with those. Now onto the attackers. Rock My Socks, who is MrBubbles. I thought he did a good job with his archers. It was a little probably frustrating whenever Donald was dodging so much at the beginning, but he kept them alive for a long time and got some decent shots. He didn't have the best angles, but there wasn't much he could do about that. Ballista probably used up a lot of ammo trying to break in, not the best kills there. Noble Horse, again, there wasn't much you could really do with that on attack. Maybe it would have been worth it to bring a different Jin. Legionnaires, just they're good units, but I'd say they're about equivalent to sword followers, which the defenders had plenty of, and they just will not stand up to Oathsworn very well. So just not the best kills there. Attacking's tough, especially on good players. Solid kills on the Isolation swords, but nothing stand out. Also in a Levy Freeman. Lastly, AB. He did some good job trying to flank with these Numidian skirmishers and got some good rear charges and just caused a bit of havoc for the defenders. But in the end, I don't think it did that much to turn the tide of the battle, obviously. His Desert Cohort, that unit did good. I did notice there were a couple that were just kind of like on towers trying to create a new front, but they just like could not get into settlement for one reason or another. So I would say maybe a better job with some of these cohort. Legionnaires were doing good. I mean, they were all mostly mixed up in the middle of the battlefield, and solid kills. They're fighting formidable opponents for the most part. Other mid tiers, whether it be Thorax or Sword followers. 193, all of them over 100 except for that 199. Really good kills in this 1 million light infantry. I think this killed a lot of Hillmen though, to be fair, but I love these. I would have brought more of them, but he wanted to go mid-tier heavy, which I guess is understandable facing Oathsworn. Great kills on the Ballista though, and honestly not bad on slaves either. So that's gonna wrap up battle number 1. Probably here in a couple days. Within the next couple days, I'll record battle number 2, and we'll see who wins. But right now, Parthia's finest has the upper hand. We'll see if grass touchers can do better on defense. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.